Hello! I am going to teach you how to make one of my very best friend's meatloaf on the stove. It's a stovetop meatloaf. It kind of simmers and makes its own gravy, and it is delicious. Some of my very favorite recipes are from my best friend in Texas, and I miss her so much, and I miss all of our cooking talks and recipe swaps. So this is 1.5 pounds, maybe 2, of ground beef. I just did half an onion because it was so big. It was a huge onion. And then some garlic. And to this, you're just gonna add an egg. And then you're gonna add a cup of prepared, kind of like boxed or bag stuffing. So you can pick what your favorite is. And you just add that right in, and then you're gonna season it. And so I kind of have my tried and true seasonings, and I just cover the surface area. That's how I like to do it. And so that's some Slap Your Mama, a little bit of garlic powder. I'm gonna season the gravy mixture too. This is my favorite, Greek all-purpose. So I'm gonna go a couple times with that. This looks like this. So good. I love this stuff. And then some seasoning salt, which I love too. And some salt and pepper. Easy peasy. I'm gonna mix all this together and form it into a loaf. I'm gonna brown it on both sides in my skillet, and then I'll show you how to add the gravy on top, and then we're just gonna simmer it for about an hour. Okay, so this is kind of a deeper sized skillet, pan, whatever you call that. And I just put a splash of olive oil and butter. And I'm gonna take my meat, that's all combined now, and I kind of formed it into a loaf, and I'm gonna brown it on both sides. Okay, so I have browned it on both sides. I'm not gonna lie, that was tricky to flip. And then what I have here is a large can of cream of mushroom with a little bit of water just to make it a little looser. And all you do is pour this right over all that delicious meat. And it's gonna mix with all of that drippings, and it's gonna just sit and cook and make its own gravy all day long. Now I'm gonna season that with my same seasonings, a little salt and pepper, my garlic powder, Slap Your Mama, Greek all-purpose, and Lowry's seasoning salt, my favorite arsenal of products. So all you're gonna do is cover this and cook it at a simmer for about an hour, and check it at an hour with a meat thermometer to make sure your meat is cooked internally. And all that gravy is gonna go with that meatloaf, and then I'm gonna also whip up some mashed potatoes to put the gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. And we're gonna have a green bean casserole, and what else are we having? All kinds of yummy comfort food today. So stay tuned to see how this looks after we cover it and simmer it for about an hour. Okay, so this has been going for about 30 minutes. One of the things I like to do is kind of get some of that gravy and just make sure the top gets more leaven. Look at all that, y'all. It smells so good in here. This is one of my favorites, and it makes me miss my best friend so bad. Okay. Lid goes back on, and I'm gonna cook it for about 30 more minutes. Okay, mine has been cooking slowly for about an hour, and it is definitely ready to go. So I'm just gonna let it sit in here while I pull all my other sides together, and then I'm just going to serve it straight from this pan because it's just easier to do that way with all that yummy gravy all around. Okay, here is the finished meatloaf. Stovetop meatloaf with gravy. It's so delicious, you guys. I hope you give it a try. My best friend Debbie shared it with me a long time ago, along with her stovetop mac and cheese, which is always a fave. I will share that with y'all too. It's so good. We're kind of having total comfort food today. Mashed potatoes, cheesy green bean casserole. So good, so delicious. Good for an indulgence every now and then, right? Hope you guys try it and love it as much as my best friend Debbie and I do. God bless y'all.